Well, tonight we celebrate 70 years of broadcasting at KTBS3 with another one of our 70 stories. We're taking you back to the early 1990s when 7 B-52s embarked on a secret mission.
These hand-picked men would be the tip of the spear in Operation Desert Storm. The mission was so clandestine, the aircrew were nicknamed Secret Squirrels. Rick Rowe brings us their story.
And that morning it was drizzly and gray, and a breeze, kind of some gusty winds out of the north, and just kind of a miserable morning.
When we took off, I'll never forget, we're rolling down the runway. We were the lead airplane. I'm thinking, we're starting a war and nobody knows it yet.
And we're climbing out, and I couldn't begin to tell you our altitude at that point, but I could see Wiley Tower and the sun coming off of it, and wondering in my mind, will I ever see that again?
There were no guarantees they would ever see home. 7 B-52s with hand-picked crews, taking off in the pre-dawn darkness from Barksdale Air Force Base, headed to send a message to Saddam Hussein.
Just 2 hours ago, Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq and Kuwait.
This would be the opening salvo of an air campaign that would bring Saddam to his knees.
What we did, of course, was start an extensive air campaign.
The B-52s were flying in complete secrecy. Even our allies did not know we were there.
They were doing everything they could to turn us back, to have us land at divert fields, tracking us with their Russian-made SA-2 and SA-3 missile systems.
At one point, there was a near miss with a commercial airliner.
The aircraft noted that we were so close that he actually heard the roar of the engines from that airliner as they flew directly overhead his aircraft. That would be Doom 37. Yeah, wow.
The top secret mission was to use cruise missiles for the first time ever in combat.
Release.
As these weapons fell off the aircraft shuddered as though there was a massive failure. That's how new they were, that's how green we were.
Green or not, the cruise missiles hit their marks with incredible precision.
One of those command and control targets had a CNN transmitter on the roof. And we were watching that transmitter's feed in the Pentagon. They're going, that missile should be there in 4, 3, 2, 1, to the second it went off the air.
It was only after they landed that the crews realized what they had done.
But the feeling that when you're finally on the ground, after all that time, listening to the BBC on the way home and hearing news reports of how successful the overall air campaign was going.
14,000 miles, 35 hours, 24 minutes. The first B-52s ever launched in combat from the continental U.S.
Proud of what you had accomplished?
Yeah, we knew we'd done one for the history books.
Today, that mission has become legendary for young pilots.
The opportunity to see and participate and to see in the flesh the guys who led missions that we dream about, quite frankly. They're crew dogs who've never seen a minute of combat in their time that would love the opportunity to do the exact mission that you all did.
Please give my appreciation and pride to those gathered with you this weekend.
34 years later, those remaining crew members gathered recently at Barksdale's Global Power Museum to share stories and remember those no longer with them. Proud that when their country called, they answered.
They're brothers, and I've kind of embraced the saying myself that friendships formed in the crucible of combat are never going to be broken, and I feel that with these guys. You know, we weren't in a foxhole or eye to eye, but I'm telling you, we were doing the job of the nation.